Hey everyone, and welcome to the live stream for the final round of the 2025 Joker Cup. Now, in this last round, we had 8 remaining players, and they all had to build a single rail coaster in a jungle theme. It had to rain in the park. Oh yeah, they had to build another single rail coaster, they had to build 2 of them, and they had to use all 4 color schemes. Alright, looks like Banana does not like the rain. Why? It was one of the modifiers, so that's what players had to build. Anyway, we got 7 entries. Sadly, Madesok was not able to complete his entry. I believe he didn't touch Rollercoaster Tycoon at all, so in this video I will show you the 7 remaining ones. Alright, let's start with the one that got 7th place. And in 7th place we have the entry from Wes. And oh, thank you so much, 73. Really appreciate it. Anyway, yeah. Here's the entry from Wes. He got a score of 7.17. Now here you can see the 2 single rail coasters that Wes created. Actually called the ride Yay. Let me make the scaling a bit higher so you guys can see more easily. Yeah, Wes called the ride Yay, which is obviously a nod to the ride Joy in Walibi Holland. Well, yeah, when you see this you may think Wes didn't actually use all the 4 color schemes as was required, but they're actually all used in the supports and stuff like that. So if you look in the color schemes, see this brown color, an invisible color, and yeah, just only visible supports, and they're all used over here. But yeah, I think it's a really cool looking entry. The ride is a bit short. I suggested us to give the rides another lap, but they wouldn't be synced up anymore, so that probably would look bad. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool entry. Very well done. Alright, then let's check the next entry in 6th place. In 6th place we have the entry from Low Poly. Now Low Poly did not submit a story for the entry, but it probably doesn't really need one. So the ride's called Indiana Jones. They leave at the same time. One actually gets launched from the station, the other one leaves a little bit slower. And then they travel through these ruins. Also underground. You can see also a big snake. So this is probably a big snake. Yeah, I don't really think it looks much like a jungle. I do think it's decorated really nicely. I also really like this underground part. Yeah, very big snack. I do wish these trains actually would duel with each other a bit more. I mean, they'll leave from the station at the same time. Yeah, Max asks if a double single coaster, just a normal coaster. Oh yeah, maybe. Well, it's a single rail coaster, so I don't know. Good question. But yeah, I really like how these ruins here are decorated. This looks super nice. But maybe a story for the entry would have been nice. Yeah, like I said, maybe a bit more dueling would also have been nice. But overall, I think it looks really cool. Alright, and then we go to the entry that got 5th place. So, here we have the entry that got 5th place. It's the one from Hobion. Now, I think this actually looks super cool. Here we have this big tree. And there's actually one coaster that's here at the lower area. And there's one coaster here up in the top of the tree. I think Hobion used the color schemes of these rides in a really nice way. You can definitely see the distinct colors. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, it's a twisty tree indeed. I also like the usage of these dinghy slide tunnels. I think they go really well with the single rail track. You can also see a few cutouts here in the ground. Obion just loves using that trick where you make a cutout in the land. Oh, it's the toilet. It's probably the only toilet in the park. But now Fnatt must be really happy to see a toilet in the park. Yeah, here's another little cutout. I really like these. I believe I saw Hobion say he didn't put too much time and effort into this entry. So if he really went all out, he probably could have scored even higher. But still, a score of 8.0 is really good. Not actually sure if I named the scores of the previous entries. I'll just repeat them now just in case. So, Wes, who got 7th place, actually got a score of 7.17 and Low Poly scored 7.36. And this entry from Hobion has scored 8.0. So it's a step higher. But yeah, with 5th place already scoring 8.0, yeah, the next entries are going to be insane. Alright, let's move on to the entry that got 4th place. Alright, in 4th place we have the entry from In Error Predicting a Fault. Now, this entry is actually based on Jurassic Park. We got Joke Jurassic Park. That's a nice pun. And we have a dueling launched single rail coaster. And it's actually themed to DNA. So this is Mr. DNA Strand 1 and Strand 2. Oh, I actually quite like the colors that In Error Predicting a Fault used for these the dueling coasters. Now, the coasters themselves, the layout is pretty simple. But this, I think he did decorate them really nicely. Now, there's some really funny scenes in the park. Especially love this scene here. This is just really cool. Donald Gennaro getting done dirty by Spielberg. I'm supposed to survive, motherfucker. Yeah, these are some really nice peep scenes. I think In Error Predicting a Fault did a great job with all these decorations here. It's just full of nice little details. I love the little truck here. And there's also all these scenes from the movie that's underground here. John Hammond. So here's a scene with some DNA codes or DNA sequences. I believe there's an egg incubator here. Kind of difficult to see. Maybe we should use the cutaway view. Let's actually do it. And here's the part from the hacking scene. Didn't say the magic word. Yeah, some really cool scenes in this park. I really like. And then over here is the queue and lots of industrial stuff behind the scenes here. Yeah, it's just full of Easter eggs indeed. Really nicely done. I always love a good movie reference. Alright, really well done In Error Predicting a Fault. It's a super nice entry. Okay, then we get to check who got 3rd place. Oh wait, I didn't name the score for this entry, I believe. In Error Predicting a Fault got 8.15 for his entry. Alright, then let's check out who got 3rd place. In third place, we have the entry from Max Arceus, and he got a really high score of 8.95. Now this, I believe this entry was based off Avatar, and there's this really cool lightning effect, which you can only see in the first frame. And when I unpause it, the lightning goes away, and Max made it look like it's actually crashing into here. I believe somebody got sacrificed here. You can see some explosions happening here. Probably some plug-in magic that Max Arceus did, but it's really cool. And then these dragons emerge from the ground, and it's like the half of the dragon is actually a single rail coaster. And then finally up here in the sky it actually follows the track. Kind of difficult to follow them, so I'm just going to make it follow the dragon train like this. Yeah, I think it's really cool how Max Arceus did this. And it's really cool how he actually made a single rail coaster train here. This part of it. Now, something which I really like in this entry is this tree over here. This tree just looks beautiful. I absolutely love the color gradient here with the lighter leaves on top. And then darker whenever you go to the bottom. Lots of beep scenes in the park. Some angry Navis. Yeah, it's just just a beautiful park, and all the staff's little beep scenes here are great. Also like that the guests all have this blue color. This is beautiful waterfall here, and yeah, then there's also some stuff happening underground here. This pipeline is being built. I quite like the underground stuff here. Oh. But I do think the underground stuff here is a bit blocky. I think it would have been nicer if it looked a bit more organic. I also love this giant drill over here. That just looks super nice. I love all the details on it. It looks like it's a drill from Mr. Bones Inc. You can also see Mr. Bones here actually riding on the drill. Oh, Max tells me to rotate. It does make it kind of hard to go up. Or maybe he's talking about the underground part. But yeah, I do really like this this entry. I think it got a well-deserved third place. Really high score. Alright, then there are just 2 entries remaining. I will first show both of them, and after that I will reveal which one is the winner of this round. The winner of the Joker Cup. Alright. So the first one I'm gonna show is the one from Timmy Tuner. Now, Timmy Tuner apparently doesn't understand what a single rail coaster is, but lucky for him the voters also don't. Because yeah, we see him here as a potential winner. He made two coasters here, and it's basically a continuation of the story of his previous 2 entries. So the player is battling stuff. So here you can see the player riding on this dragon, and the dragons are shooting lasers at each other. It's the dragon fighting the Ouroboros. And then at some point the rain stops. The dragon creates this rainbow. The sun appears in the sky. I believe Timmy did this by using a palette, a color palette, which actually was made in such a way that it actually changes from black to blue when the rain stops. It's very ingenious how he did this. Yeah, I think you should definitely go and check out this entry for yourself. It's just incredible how this is created. But we do see some single rail coaster track here, so I guess there is a little bit of single rail coaster in this entry. I also love the waterfall, the landscaping, the ruins. Yeah, it's just a beautiful entry. Just don't rotate the map. Alright, then we're gonna check out the other possible winner, which is actually the entry from me. Okay, so when I thought jungle, I actually decided to make a Donkey Kong themed entry. Now, the instructions for this entry are to follow the train from Donkey Kong and Friends. Basically, the story was that the Kremlings stole the bananas from the banana horde while they were busy playing the Nintendo Switch 2. And now they're gonna change the Kremlings to their hideout. Alright, so we're gonna follow this train and then unpause. So here you can see the other train. This is the Kremlings, so we are gonna chase them. I tried to make some color gradients here in the background to make it look like a sunset. Now here's actually an underground section with the minecart tracks like you will find in all these Donkey Kong games. Now in some of the newer Donkey Kong games you have these silhouette levels where you have a colorful background and everything in the foreground is really dark. So I tried to emulate that. This is really my favorite part of the entry. And finally here you're at the top, at the temple. Here it's night, there's the moon in the background. Here you actually jump on top of this building and drop some TNT barrels. And yeah, and actually the Kremlings crash and here the stolen bananas are retrieved. Yeah, I put a lot of time and effort into this entry and I'm just super happy with the result. I think it's some of my best work ever. But my favorite part is really this sunset part. Yeah, I love the Donkey Kong games. I especially love the Donkey Kong music. So it was just super fun to create this. Alright, by the way, you can check out all these entries on my website. You can find a link in the video description. Alright, now it's time to reveal which one of these last two entries is the winner of this round. Is it the Donkey Kong entry that I made? Or is it the dragon fight from Timmy Turner? And the winner of the final round of the Joker Cup is... Let me see your predictions in the chat. Alright, and the winner of the final round of the Joker Cup is... Timmy Turner, with a score of 9.41. And my entry got a score of 9.34, so they were really close together. Let me show you the one from Timmy again. Timmy Turner won the round. In my opinion, he didn't really make a single rail coaster, but what he created was just so good that the voters decided that Timmy Turner was the winner. And yeah, what he made was just insane. So I'm not salty at all for losing to this. But yeah, amazing work from all the players in the Joker Cup finals. Yeah, it was really fun to make an entry for this, but it's also just super fun to watch the entries that everybody else created. So wonderful work, everyone. Alright, hope you all enjoyed this live stream. We'll probably start another mini contest soon if you want to join one of them. Just become a member on my Discord server, it's completely free. And yeah, hope to see you there. There's a link in the video description. Alright, hope you all enjoyed this live stream, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.